Hello, McFluffy52 here, bringing you some more Brothers War action, and today I'm bringing you a Brothers War brew of Clerics in Standard. Um, so really, the new Brothers War card we're kind of building around fits into this Clerics deck, and it's Kayla's Reconstruction. I played it a few times here, and it's X 3 white. Look at the top 7 cards of your library, put X artifact and or creature cards with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield, and then put the rest in on the bottom of your library in a random order. So a bunch of creatures and artifacts, all mana value 3 or less. In this case, we're playing Clerics Tribal, basically. So the only thing that we have that isn't a Cleric, actually two things that we don't have that aren't a Cleric, is Unlicensed Hearse. Have this just to hit people's graveyards. Figured two copies of them, not too you're not going to draw it into too many times where you prefer to actually have a creature, but it's also enough to potentially win you a few games when you're matched against a Haughty Djinn, and you can just pump down the Haughty Djinn, or you can hit those reanimation targets or unearth targets. A lot of stuff going on in the graveyard, so this helps to deal with it. And then the other card that's not a cleric really at all is Toxrill. Uh, the reason we have this in the deck is also one of the great reasons to be playing Clerics, which is Shadow-Rite Priest. One generic, one black, human cleric. Other clerics you control have +1/+1, so it's a lord for clerics, and then you can also pay 3 generic, 2 black, and tap it, sacrifice another cleric, search your library for a black creature card, put it onto the battlefield, and then shuffle. So this allows you to go ahead and tutor up Toxrill onto your opponent if you can ever get to 5 mana. I thought I had a restriction where it was 5. You also needed 5 clerics, but I was mistaken. Now, we have a bunch of clerics to fill out the curve from 1 mana to 3 mana in both black and white. We have Chaplain of Elms. I don't really know how that's pronounced, but it's 1 mana, 1 white, first strike, ward 1, has a disturb, so we can play it from our graveyard, which is kind of nice. And then in the graveyard, it's a flying, or casting it from the graveyard, you get a flying, first strike, 2/1. Each creature you control has ward 1, and then if it would die, put it into exile. We also have Lunarch Veteran. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. This is very nice because we can kind of get away with ignoring our opponent some with the amount of life that we'll be gaining here. Uh, Gaining thanks to Lunarch Veteran as well as our other cards. And then again, it has Disturb, so if it dies, we can also cast it out of the graveyard for 1 generic, 1 white. And then whenever another creature you control, it's a flying 1/1 that whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, you gain 1 life. If it would be put in the graveyard from anywhere, exile it instead. So more life gain on the backside. It's a flying 1/1. You can recast it. Very nice. Evolved Sleeper, we saw this go to work in our Shieldred deck yesterday. And it turns into a cleric. It might not be a cleric statically, but pay 1 black, which is pretty easy to do. And it becomes a 2/2 cleric. And then we can keep pumping into it to get even more value out of it. It also keeps the cleric type as it goes through each level. It doesn't lose it, thankfully. Now, our other clerics, we have Phyrexian Missionary, a 2/3 lifelinker with kicker, so if we want to, we can potentially kick it to return a creature from our graveyard to our hand, and we can pay an additional 1 white, 1 generic, 1 black to kick it. Shadow-Rite Priest, the Lord. Then we got Sadistic Pilgrim, Elastic Core. It's a 2/2, 1 white, 1 black. Death Touch. When another creature enters the battlefield and your control, gain 1 life. So the same thing as Lunarch Veteran. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. So we have now some protection against our opponents killing our stuff. Allows us to eke out more damage. Anointed Peacekeeper. I only had 2 copies of it, but I put them in the deck. It's a cleric, 2 generic, 1 white. Vigilance 3/3, so really good stats generally, I would say, or pretty good stats. And then when it enters the battlefield, look at the opponent's hand, choose any card name And then you can spells if your opponent tries to cast with that name cost 2 more, and abilities from that card name cost 2 more to activate, unless they're mana abilities. So good way of keeping your opponent out of playing like a board wipe or something, and just like hand interruption. So that's kind of nice. It's a vigilance 3/3 cleric also. So when we pump it up with Shadow-Rite Priest, it's a 4/4 with vigilance, which is pretty nice. Um, we're basically trying to build out pretty wide and build pretty like decent clerics. Lifelink is a good creature text to have, as well as flying. And Inspiring Overseer and Angel Cleric, 2 generic, 1 white, flying, which means it's pretty hard for opponents to block most of the time. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life and draw a card. So this is really great, helps us keep hitting things in our deck. And then lastly, we have Markov Purifier. It's a 3 mana, 1 generic, 1 white, 1 black. Lifelink, at the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, you may pay 2 if you do draw a card. So this allows us to keep some card draw. It's basically a Phyrexian missionary, but like instead we can draw cards. So that's basically why it's here, is help us draw some cards. It's a life linking 2/3, and so that means it's pretty good stats that we can hit with Kayla's Reconstruction. And then lastly, Kayla's Reconstruction we already covered. Supposed to hit all those cards and just get us going. Now in terms of the lands, I am playing a fair amount of dual lands because we want to make sure that we can cast Kayla's Reconstruction. And in my experience, it's okay to have some tap lands as you're playing a bunch of small creatures anyways. So we have 2 Cave of Koilos, as many Shattered Sanctums as I have, and then the Life Gain tap lands, and then 2 of the just plain swamp tap lands, the Sunlit Marsh. 1 Aiganjo, 1 Takenuma. Let's see this deck in action. This deck was, I've had a lot of fun playing it so far. I haven't played it in ranked that much. I played like 1 game of it. But when I was playing it in standard queue, we kept on getting matched up against Burn, and we were eking out wins against every single opponent. So it was crazy. Now, it'll be interesting to see what we get with the opponents here. Alright, I'm going to keep this hand. Well, Toxrill is really not something you want in your hand. The rest of it's really good though. Or is pretty good though. Our opponent, is it aggro? They're probably not going to have time to kill the Lunarch Veteran, which is nice. Oh, what? Grixis aggro? I'm confused. We're gonna go gain as much life as we can here. Next turn we'll be able to level up Phyrexian, Evolve Sleeper. That's unfortunate. What does it say? Okay, that's what it says. I was like, what the heck? Boom. Gain some life. If our opponent wants to play aggro, I think we can just try and match. There's no real reason for us to put down a blocker or try and block. Our opponent getting hesitant here. Go ahead, I'm gonna say no blocks. Our opponent all into the Maestro Diabolus. Or, yeah. Plan here. Can't really pump that up anymore. We're gonna go ahead, no attacks. Pull up our creatures. We can block a Mayhem Patrol. We still have quite a lot of life here, so there's no point in getting too crazy about blocking. If we can find a pump spell, or not a pump spell, but like our opponent ninjutsuing. Ah, gaining permanent life. Probably playing another Phoenix trick. Okay, well, that's the deck. Tons of life gain, and they just didn't feel like they could aggro us down, and we didn't have any urge to block them and lose our creatures there. So we could have kept potentially playing into creatures and gaining enough life where I don't know why they stopped attacking in with their Diabolus. They should have kept the pressure on there. We kept making devils, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe I didn't read the text very correct. If you don't control a devil, create a devil, or is it if you attack in, create a devil? Because if you, if it is that like whenever you attack in, create a devil, I don't know why they did not go in more. Bit confusing. One shot mechanic. Wondering if this is a deck that I've seen recently, or sorry, I'm turning down the music. A deck that I've seen or wow, I am not very coherent today. Um, I saw somebody make it, or Hello Good Game made a video on Mech Titan. So I wonder if this is a Mech Titan deck. All right. I'm not sure what they're up to, but we need to get out all of our lands and then start casting these Kayla's Reconstructions. Oh, that's cool. Our opponent baffled by our late game. I'm gonna go ahead and swing in with everything. Just gonna keep on the aggro plan here, I think. Okay, I am a bit dumb, it appears. I do have a small problem in the head. Did not remember that this thing had crewing, extra crewing abilities. Opponent playing Jeskai. Enthusiastic Mechanaut. Alright, we're starting to feel the heat. We made a mistake and we are paying for it dearly. Mech Titan. There it is. Jeskai is a bold play. Or like a bold to go on like a 4-color deck that's not so, or a 3-color deck that's not supported by the Tri-Lands from New Capenna. Granted, we've done that. Alright, well, go ahead and play this. Take a look at what our opponent's working with. Ooh, Disruption Protocol. I will go ahead and say, never cast that. How about that? Does this crew that? Yes, it does. Alright, we can go ahead and cast a Kayla's Reconstruction this following turn, but opponent likely just going to make our life miserable. We don't have any removal, so I think we've just gone ahead and lost. If we didn't kill our Phyrexian Missionary, I think we actually had a chance. Because next turn they can go ahead and make their Mech Titan and swing in. They have 5 mana, and this says exile Mech Titan core and 4 other artifact creatures and or vehicles you control. Create Mech Titan. 10/10 Legendary Reconstruct. Artifact creature token with Flying, Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, and Haste. So, we're not going to be able to outrace that. We got mech'd. Our opponent honestly curved out pretty well. Gain a life, draw a card. Toxrill. That might actually be a decent solution. But don't know if I wanted to draw it. Surge Hacker Mech. Shoot down our Overseer? That's what I think, but beats me what they would go for. I feel like they're griefing. They're griefing. Just make your mech and swing in. It doesn't make any sense. Like, even if I have removal, you still have decent, like, setup here. No blocks. They don't have the mana to counter it, so I don't know what's holding them up. Cryo, but we can triple Lunarch Veteran. Let's go. Fuck it. We ball. It's only 6. I guess they only see the other two enter. Kind of upsetting. Our opponent, I think, probably thinking a little too hard here. They would have been able to easily outright win if they just mech tightened by now. But instead, they're wanting to be able to mech tighten and then disruption protocol whatever we choose to try and cast to kill it. But we don't have any kill spells. Don't tell them. God damn it! Who told them? Who told them? Which one of you said something? It's not funny. Not funny. It's not funny. You didn't laugh. All sleeper. Well, I guess we're only picking 3 this time, anyways. That's a lot of red triggers. Oh my goodness. Holy moly. That's actually a ton of damage. We get the Shadow-Rite Priest out. What the heck? Okay, no attacks. Yeah, it says search your library, so you can't cast the Toxrill from hand without... Ah, that's annoying. We're gonna go ahead and no blocks it up. Okay, so if we play this, we kill 2 of the things, we start pumping down the Titan, we actually might have a chance. If we go for this, how much damage do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. We'd have a maximum of 23 damage. So I might go ahead and do this, I think. We'll gain some life to offset some of the burn that we'll be feeling, but oh shit. Shit. Fuck. Oops. Missed out on that one. My bad. Alright, Rabbit Battery. That's an interesting card to have. Alright, here's the plan. Just gain a shit ton of life. I'm talking a shit ton. Oh, I could return. Uh, I think we need to do this. Hold on, let me think for a moment. Like, I could return creature? Yeah, I could return. If I didn't play the Shadow-Rite Priest, well, that's fine. The Shadow-Rite Priest is kind of important here. If I kick this, I could return what? Nah, fine. It's not worth kicking it. Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm gonna go swinging with this. And maybe all my Lunarch Veterans. Hmm. I don't think there's a way we net that. That's the problem here. Well, we should probably swing in with all these creatures at least. And then maybe these two as well. I think we're just wasting our time here trying to fight the Mech Titan. We did 2 damage! Let's go! We're giving their opponent the Mech Titan game of their life. They're like, what? We just keep swinging in with it? No way, this is so much fun. Huh. I don't know if it's worth to block it. Books. It has vigilance. I keep forgetting how vicious that is. What the fuck? Oi. I could sacrifice one of my clerics to search up another Shadow-Rite Priest. What would be a good sack target? I'll do that. I think that's the plan. Play Lunarch. Probably when the Chaplain. Or I could sacrifice that. There's no reason to swing in with it. I think this is the plan. This isn't a good idea at all. Tutor out another Shadow-Rite Priest. This is so troll. This is such a troll game. What the heck? Yeah, we pumped our board, but it's not gonna do anything. Oh, Alright, this is nowhere close to lethal, and we're just dead on the kickback, but it's funny. It's funny! I give up. I forfeit. My brain can't take all the different options for how we're supposed to win this one. We made them bleed. They lost like 1 life compared to their previous turn. Like, are we winning this somehow? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Mine like Mac. That is terrifying. Wait, that is, well, not actually that terrifying. I was like, wait, they can crew their mind link mech with the token. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. What do we want to do? I do think I want to search up another Shadow-Rite Priest if we can. I'm gonna do this. Gain as much life as we can off the Lunarch Veterans. Yep. I came here to try, sir. You know what? We'll make this into a cleric. It doesn't matter that much. Well, it does matter some. This means we get 1 extra attacker. So troll. This is so troll. Oh, we got the Shadow-Rite Priest trio. Let's go. No, that doesn't really do much. They're like, what? What? How much damage is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 22 plus 30, or that makes it 30 plus 30, 30 plus 8, 38 plus 5, uh, 43 plus 4, 47. Like if we swing in with everything, it would be 47, but that wouldn't be enough to kill them. But it would look cool. We're gonna lose a Shadow-Rite Priest here is the worst part. So I don't really think that shacking in with a Shadow-Rite Priest is the right thing to do here, but it's very funny. But sir, it's funny. No, they're gonna block with it and we're gonna actually cry. It was so troll to attack it with a Shadow-Rite Priest. I'm actually trolling. We had a chance to win this match, but I'm trolling. Oh, I'm so trolling. My bad. I actually trolled. Wait. No! Oh, I trolled. This is actually such pain. And then normal damage. Can't believe I trolled this hard. That's so bad. I'm so dumb. Oh, but they're gonna go up to like 40 again. Oh, it's miserable. What? Oh, I don't know. Do we have another Phyrexian missionary? I think we have another one in the deck. We could return the Shadow-Rite Priest from the graveyard, put it into play. I think that would be our best option here. Our opponent here, though, got a nice board. That was a misplay on my part. We actually had a chance to win this one, but I think I quite literally threw it away. It's just so painful. I just want it to be over with faster. Like what? Yeah, there we go. Dud. 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 Um, go ahead, sacrifice one of these bad boys. Find our last Shadow-Rite Priest. Ooh, I could do the last ill core. Huh. That is some credit to getting that here. The Shadow-Rite Priest makes we do more damage. Huh. Think tank, think tank. Sadistic Pilgrim is nice. Shadow-Rite Priest is just shit ton more damage. I don't know if we need the life gain at the moment. Back up to a pretty sizable board. Play this, gain another 2. We are giving our opponent for the best run for their money as a mech titan as we can. I imagine we're probably boring our opponent, and this is honestly a little bit boring to me. This grindy match. Evolve Sleeper, Lunarch Veteran. Sorry, see you. No Shadow-Rite Priest this time. I'm not going to troll. I didn't see a Phyrexian Missionary, so we may have actually have them all in our graveyard. 1, 2, 3. No, we have one more in the game. Oh my, oh my. You can't beat the Mech Titan on the board. You need to get rid of it. Well, they should have put the second rabbit battery on it. Go ahead, block the enthusiastic Mechanaut. Our opponent did not see this, which is a bit on their, a bit of an oops on their end. We can still tank another beat or two. I'm gonna go ahead, sacrifice this. This is the most absurd way to play this deck. Lasso core. Boom. Chapel's Shieldgeist. About. Gain more life. Next to combat. Swing in? I don't even know if swinging in at this point is netting us anything. It's hard to really think about it. I don't know. Man, if we did not get rid of that Shadow Priest, we would have been in such a better position. Though, if they do kill one of our creatures, we get one back, which is cool. Wait! Oh no! Oh no! I am dumb. I am so dumb. I had enough flyers to block them for once. Ah! 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 This has been the most comical match ever. This reminds me of the video I did with the uh, Skyfisher spider and the portal. Drainer opponent for one. We were not thinking this match. I am sorry. I would like to apologize to all those who have offended. Yep. Yep. Oh. Holy shit. This is tough. Because if I get a Shadow Priest, this works out as well. Alright, kicker it. Give me the Shadow Priest. Or Shadow-Rite Priest. Gain a bunch of life. Yup, yup, yup. Shadow-Rite Priest. That's a huge pickup. Boom. Gain even more life. Pump the board. Let's go. This is as big as they get. And then we can go ahead and actually level this up. And I think that's all it can do. So we'll go ahead and swing in with this, and we're going to actually hold everything else back, I believe. This is the turn we hold. Our opponent reading and weeping right now, as they've assembled Mech Titan, and we've actually managed to pull something out. We have no way to return anything from our graveyard at the moment here, but we'll able if they have some kind of removal for our Geist here. Granted, I have Ward 2, or Ward 1 on everything. So they're gonna have trouble removing things. And they just have to hold. Crazy. No? Our opponent? Passing the blockers? Uh-oh. 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 I don't think this is going to work out the way they wanted. Yeah, they're going to want to get rid of a priest here. Gonna have to fight through the wards, which is fine. They can easily pay for it. Resolve, resolve. Drain them of a life. And I think we just have lethal. Opponent here. No, they could assemble another Mech Titan. But could they equip? They could double equip. No, they screwed up. Oh, they can only equip one. Okay, so we're gonna have to tank this Mech Titan hit. Absolutely, as you wish, sir. My turn. Oh, they don't swing in. They don't swing in. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead. Sacrifice this chaplain. I can't English. Fine. Drain our opponent. And we're gonna search out a Markov Purifier. Gain some life. And play our Chapel Shield Ghost. Our opponent. My goodness, this video is gonna be like 2 matches. I would like to apologize to all my fans. No, I'm joking. Who had to watch the amount of misplays this game. This deck is crazy. Crazy. Wait, we actually have the mana? Draw a card? Sheesh. At this point, we gotta be a little bit worried about decking. Our opponent really not able to attack in here. They would have to hope to draw a Surge, Hacker, Mech, I think. Next turn, we might be able to swing in with absolutely everything and still kill. Because we got 4, that's 10. Oh my god, too much. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, 20 plus... Okay, our opponent doing the same jutsu as they've done before. Don't think they have another mech in here. Yeah, they don't have another mech in here, so I think this is just genuinely going to kill them. They can get rid of one of our Shadow Priests, or Shadow-Rite Priests, but still, we have too much damage. Ward, 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 ward. I don't think this is what they intended to do. Drain our opponent. I think that's lethal. That was a beautiful game. Oh my goodness. I was ready to throw. Oh, I feel so bad. They assembled the Mech Titan and then I just clericked them. That was such a cool game. Oh my. I hope you guys really enjoyed the game. Oh my goodness. The fact that we were able to win through the misplaces is a bit astonishing. Hmm. Hmm. I was about to say, did the music stop? Alright, let's hop into another game real fast here, because this video is gonna be one game. Bunny Hands. Cool name. Alright, we got cool hands. I just need to get out of like Mech Titan mode. Because like whew, that was just such a game that I was like zoned in on how to win that game. Now I have to remember how to play the game normally. Play Shadow-Rite Priest if I want it to get targeted, but I might just play Aspiring Overseer. Inspiring Overseer. This card, value. It's got the value. The 2-1, not great. Can get cut down and stuff, but the value, bro. It's a value, bro. Game live. Go ahead, attack in. No, okay, we're good. I was about to say. Perfecto. Got another Elastil Core coming down. Shieldred. Now that is a little bit of a challenge. We've shown how we can beat challenges in this deck, but Shieldred might be a bit much. Let's challenge to the next level. I'm gonna go ahead and play this and then play Elastil Core here, I think, to gain us as much life as possible. And I'll probably play Shadow-Rite Priest and Markov Purifier. Death Touch with Elastil Core here, very good. Means that they can't ever really attack in with their Shieldred. Karn Silex, now that is dirty. That is dirty. That is dirty. Yeah. Super dirty. Alright, do we want to play into this board wipe? I think we're fine with playing the Shadow-Rite Priest into this board wipe because we have Phyrexian Missionary to recur things if we need to. Um, I think that's my answer. Takanuma. Shadow-Rite Priest. And then we also get our Lunarch Veteran back. Pump. Gain life. Gain more life. Our opponent holding something up here. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be individually resolving each trigger. Looking at eyeing up the Shadow-Rite Priest, knowing that we can start sacrificing things to tutor up fun stuff. Honestly, you could probably make a deck where you're a little bit less cleric focused and you just like put in. Oh, okay. I see how it is. Mr. Shieldred. Oy oy. I would like my Shadow-Rite Priest back, I'm not gonna lie. That card was quite cool. The Alas Ilcor might actually be better of a pickup. Just because it's Death Touch, it means they can't swing in into us. It breaks my heart to do this, but something's telling me this is the right play. Our opponent taking advantage of the same thing that we were doing with Path of Peril, where Shieldred's a 4-mana card, so you can sweep out all the 3-drops and below pretty easily. Discard or sack. Sack the Phyrexian Missionary. You lose life. Our opponent being quite the nidge. Well done, you have an answer to everything. Alright, gain some life. Play a card. Play a card. We could have held up the Markov Purifier draw a card feature, but we would have just immediately discarded with Liliana Veil, and we would have lost life to Shieldred. Our opponent's deck. Quite the brutal mono black brew. Our opponent exiling our Markov Purifier.
You won't be outsmarting me.
I will not be blocking, unfortunately. I prefer death. I prefer death. Let me just draw a card real quick, my Evolved Sleeper. Just kidding, that would kill me. Don't even have enough black mana to do it anyways, but the thought that counts. Alright. Our opponent has us dead over in several different ways. We did not draw into any of our Kayla's reconstructions, which would have helped us to counteract this massive amount of removal. Because if we top decked into a Kayla's Reconstruction instead of an Evolved Sleeper, we would have been able to pull out a total of 4 creatures, which could have been several life gain creatures and stuff to pump up the board so that we can actually work around the fact that they have such a ridiculous board. Go ahead, kill their Shieldred on the way out. And our first loss. Granted, that's our 3rd ranked game. I'm pretty sure I've only played 3 ranked games on this deck, so nothing crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and play another because it's just so absurd that game took so long. I was talking to my friends about my like the videos I made, and one of the things they suggested was like cutting out, cutting it to only like highlights, and I was like, well, if you do that, then you don't actually like people don't actually get to see what the games look like. They just get to see like the cool moments, which okay, yeah, cool moments is cool, but is it worth? We'll play Sunlit Barrens. We got all the tap lands today. We can go ahead and play Takanuma here. Sunset Revelry. That is quite the play. Good game. We'll go play this. Play Shadow-Rite Priest. Or, you know what I mean. Esper. Yeah, show me the kill spell. You have an what is it? Oh, no, it's a March. Did not expect that. Alright, well, in that case, shut the fuck up, mister. Ooh, here you go. Yeah, no shit, bro. You gave me like 2 seconds to respond. I'm not even playing like a grandma or anything. You're just being obnoxious because you're a control player and you didn't draw into whatever you wanted and said, good game. Or you're just actually a dick. That's what I was thinking of. Void Run. The Esper removal spell. The Esper removal spell. Alright. Might Kayla's Reconstruction this next turn if they tap out. If not, then no. Our opponent taps out. So they might have a Spell Pierce. If they have a Spell Pierce, though, I will eat my goddamn tongue. I will gobble it. Actually, you know what? I'll wait for more mana. Double pump this Elastil Core and actually attack in. Yup, yup, yup. This becomes a 3-3 with first strike. Huge. Yup, yup, yup. Opponent gonna probably whip out a sweeper this following turn, but that is how it be. That do be how it be. These type lands not ideal. You definitely probably want to invest more into the rare lands. I only have 5 of them here. Vanishing Slash. Interesting. Vanishing Slash the Elastil Core. Do they have multiple? Yep. Okay. They got Removal City. Do you have another? Kind sir. Probably have a Consider here. This is what I would bet. They sacrifice their Sorin, which makes sense. It's a good play. Akanuma. Ooh, this is tough. What do I want to tutor up? You know what? That's what I'll tutor up. I'll just go ahead. It's not a cleric, but it is pretty thick. Toxrill. Woobum. Steel Seraph. Give it Vigilance. Oh, life. Um, sir, it had lifelink. Sir, sure. Well, that felt good to tutor out that, and ooh, we hit a full 4, which is a little bit shocking. But I'm the god of luck, so of course. Next 2 attackers, we'll go ahead swinging with the giant slime slug. Hopefully don't have another Banishing Slash in hand, because then swinging in with that was a big misplay, but it's fine. We at least killed one of their flyers. The other one we can easily block. Well, that's a lie. It's going to get pumped up if the Toxrill dies, because it's being -2/-2 at the moment from these slime counters. Do we have our opponent just outright beat? That is the question. That is the question. We could play Lunarch Veteran, sacrifice it to the Shadow-Rite Priest, pump up our board again, because we saw how good that was. Our opponent, maybe they have a reanimation spell and we can unlicense it. Urza. Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead into their graveyard and get rid of the Planeswalker and well, why not the Void Run? I don't really know. Result. You can have that if you want. Get in damage while you can, sir. Lifelink. It's respectable. No looks. Go ahead. Bonk. Boom. My turn. Alright. If I do this, I don't have enough mana to do what I want to do, so I will go ahead. Lunarch Veteran. Shadow-Rite Priest, the Lunarch Veteran. It is a 3/3, but it can be played from our graveyard, so I don't feel too bad about this. Grab out our last Shadow-Rite Priest. And go ahead and swing the ding. We'll keep our slime on guard duty. We'll keep our Shadow-Rite Priest in their face. And then I'm gonna pick up probably an Elastil Core next thing I tutor up. And turn. Boom. Board gone. They need an answer. Last end turn. Okay. Resolve. And a land. And good game. Toxrill. Put it in the work. I really hope you enjoyed the deck. I think that's going to be it for this video. I think it showcased enough of the deck. Hopefully you find it to be a lot of fun. I think it's honestly not a bad deck in the sense that I don't think it takes too many rares to craft. I don't know if you really need the Evolve Sleeper here. You could opt for more of the 1 mana Clerics in white. And if you also opt for more white cards here, you don't have to worry about playing as many dual lands. So if you swap out these Evolved Sleepers for, there's tons of white Clerics here for one. So this might actually be somewhat a budget-friendly deck. Cleric, 1 drop. You got Chaplain of Arms, or Alms, my bad. You have Ollenbach Escort, which is not a terrible card. If it has a +1/+1 counter, you can give it lifelink and indestructible. Or if a creature has a +1/+1 counter, probably your best bet is Traveling Minister here, because you can put it pump extra power into your death touching Last Seal Core. You can probably also pump up your Last Seal Core to 3 of them. Um, and still get away with that even though it's a legendary. So that's what I would say in terms of changes to the deck. I hope you really enjoyed it, and I will catch you on the next video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it. It helps out the video a ton. It helps out me a ton. And yeah, ciao. Have a nice morning, evening, night, wherever, whenever you're watching.